Hey P2, do you want to hear some trivia?
Oh, mate, I love a good game of trivia.
Guess what happens when a chook and two pelicans get together?
What's that, mate?
A clucking good time. That's right, you pelicans. The wobbly chook has jumped on board, keeping the bird presence strong. Whether you like a pale ale, brown ale, IPA, or a lager, the wobbly chook has you catered. Crafted from Yamba's finest chooks.
Better still, Mick, how do we get some wobbly chook?
That's easy, P2. Jump online at www.wobblychookbrewingco.com or pop into 26 Cole Street in the heart of Yamba.
And have a clucking good time.
Cluck out.
Cuckoo! Always remember, don't be a mud gudgeon and drink responsibly.
Welcome back to another episode of the Two Pelicans podcast. So you would have just missed that.
G'day, you Pelicans.
Here he was, you were sort of hung up on his door.
Go and have a good time with her a bit later on.
Pelicans landing in 3, 2, 1.
All right. Welcome back to the Two Pelicans podcast. I'm Mick.
I'm Bo.
And we are the Two Pelicans here once again to make fishing great again. One cast, one throw, one yarn at a time. That's the first time out of 61 episodes I've probably nailed that.
Yeah. Getting better.
Oh, man. Like, where do we start? Like, it's been a few weeks since we've actually done a recording, and I've been away all over the countryside. There's been fishing comps and shit going on. It's been good weather. People have been fishing. Where do we start with all this?
It's Wednesday. Oh, no, it's not Wednesday.
Thursday.
It's Thursday. And look, it's sun shining.
Now, sorry, Wobbly Chook. I might have had a mudgudgeon mate that might have drank your beer out of my esky while I was away. And the good thing is a good mudgudgeon always fills up your esky afterwards. So, but it's not a Wobbly Chook. So apologise today, but my car's been in Grafton all week. I haven't been back out home. I've been travelling all over the countryside, spruiking government initiatives, which I do not want to talk about on this podcast.
Yep, no, we'll leave that well alone.
So yeah, no, where was I? Sydney, Wollongong last week, and then Newcastle this week. Just got back just then. The drive back today, man, like the whole way was just marvelous weather. Like there should have been a gazillion boats fishing today.
Yeah,
I come over the Hastings River. It was just a glass out on the river, and like there was not a breath of wind pretty much the whole way home.
Yeah, nice.
It was just off its head. But anyhow, that's really all I've been up to. Went out and had a bit of a rat about there last weekend with a few of the boys. Bloke come back and had a bit of a session there, and yeah, we carried it on a bit, and that's really. I didn't get to wet a line over the last 2 weeks because of just when I'm not at home, there's jobs that just build up, man. It's just yeah. So this weekend, Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there doing their bit, kicking some goals and doing the thing for the family. I hope you all have some time on the water somehow, some way. Good luck to you if you do. I plan on trying and get out Saturday for a couple of hours, but it will depend on how I edit this up and when we get this out.
Yeah, well, my day will be making...
You're going to be flat stick.
Yeah, making everyone else's dad happy Father's Day. So, yeah, little Brushy's booked out there for the lunch and the little car show. So, no, I'll be pumping it out on Brushy, out at Brushy for Father's Day. But anyway, so sort of been 2 weeks. We've had a little bit of fishing go on.
Well, let's just get straight into it. We have a massive show today. We've got people to call. We've got yarns. We've got everything happening, haven't we?
Yeah, no, she's a big one today. She is a big one.
Mate, it's off its chain. We have 2 weeks off, and we got all this stuff going down right in the middle of everything. But
I do hope you guys enjoyed last week's episode.
Yeah, that was really good.
Finish up our after experience
after
with Mickey there. That was a nice little inside of some of the stuff that Atomic and Froglies have coming out. So thanks again there, big dog.
No, that's it. Look, I think what we'll do, we'll just we'll get a weekly bit of wisdom off the of Mr. P2 himself. Here we go.
G'day, gentlemen. P2 here with his weekly wisdom, and as we all get older, we all get a little bit older each and every day, and I guess you want to know when you've reached old. What's classified as old? Now, a bit of a backstory. I'm blind as a fruit bat, and I wear normal glasses, and I will wear prescription sunglasses as well. Now, boys, I think I've reached the old stage. I got the old sunny strap, the old fly fisherman's sunny strap on my glasses just so I can hang them. But when I'm not wearing me normal sand goggles, I've just found myself clipping them on my shirt like proper like retired spec. So I think I've hit old age, boys. What do you reckon? When do you know you've hit old age?
Mate, yeah, righto. Well,
Glasses in the pocket. That's
glasses in the pocket. Yeah, so
that's granddad material.
Yeah. Look, a bit of a funny story. It's a work related one, but it's sort of applicable to Specsavers. I am fighting the need for glasses at the moment, right? I'm really fighting it. I'm starting to fuck up a lot, right? Like just reading all that kind of stuff. Anyhow, long story short, at a seminar down in Wollongong, and it was all fine writing, really small writing, and I thought, I'll just go up the next day and go back down. But in that fine writing, it said, a venue change, we'll be here from 9 o'clock. So I'm sitting there just working away, doing my own thing, making a few calls or whatever, and I'm wondering where the fuck everyone is. And anyhow, I'm like, 9:15's coming. I'm thinking like, righto. So I had to pull it out, and I had to sort of hold it up to my face and go, oh shit, this is somewhere else. So I don't know if you look. Some people need glasses from the get go, but I'm feeling old now because I need glasses.
Yeah, okay. No, mine are still pretty good, and that no, can't comprehend any of what you guys are talking about yet. So I'm all good.
Yeah. Right. All right. Let's get into the fishing, eh?
Yep. So I'm going to go straight into the Bass Electrics. We were up there at Mulgra, awesomely sponsored by Barambaloo was there. Matty Fraser, huge shout out there. It was an awesome event.
Enjoyable.
And, mate, it was a great turnout. We had 40 competitors booked in. We ended up having 39 fish. Out of that 39 that fished, we had 35 people weigh in fish. So, mate, I was a busy little boy at being weighmaster. It was awesome. Cool little stat too from the weekend. Out of the 35 fish, we had 76 kilos, just over 76 kilos hit the scales. So that's
unreal.
That's probably the Bass Electric, our Bass Electric since running it. That's probably our record right there.
Yeah.
Shout out to Lukey Stickland taking away the chockies. His 2 fish going 2.376 kilos, and also taking out Jollop Lewis Big Bass of 2.12 kilos as well.
That would be nice. And can I just ask how he got them fish? What was he using and how he got them?
He got one on a DT20, and I think he got the other. I'm going to say spoon, but he probably got a jerkbait. Spoon or jerkbait it was, I think. But yeah, definitely got one on the Rapala DT20. And that there was a couple of other comps, but they've sort of come and gone, and yous would already know about them. We've had Somerset just happen over the other day. And
yes,
we had
that's right.
Shawnee Faulkner
with the win.
Taking out his first ABT round win. He's won a grand final in that before, I think. But yeah, took out his first.
Now, what lures were he?
Mate, he was using a TN60.
Right.
Little bit of a ghost color with purple on the top, and apparently he was just working it down a slope.
Okay, right. The old TN60, the old favourites.
Old favourites. And look,
favourites die hard, eh?
He brought in a cracking, just shy of 10 kilo bait, 9.98 something.
Yeah, right.
First day one. And that on Somerset. And didn't have to work so hard on day 2, and still brought home the chockies. So shout out to him. Somerset fired, and also today they're over at Wivenhoe for day 1. So shout out to Harry Hardman leading the day there.
Harry Hardman,
he's dropped a 9.6 or something on the scales to take out day 1. I think he's got a bit of 2 something, or maybe a 3 kilo lead over second place.
Wow.
Yeah. So both days, day 1s of Somerset and Wivenhoe dropping some massive bags.
They're good fish, really good fish, aren't they? Really? Everyone that's competing in that must be having a bit of a ball up there, I'd say.
Yeah, and I think it still comes down to pretty much how everyone places this tomorrow to see how AOY goes. So I think
with the
AOY,
guys overseas.
yeah, I think
which we'll get
I
to.
think some of them have been overlapped now after Somerset, and I
Yep.
think it's going to be a bit of a showdown between Ben Hay and Cameron Hall. So
All right, Cameron,
if he can go back to back here at Wivenhoe, I think he might.
He's got it.
I think he might take out
There you go.
AOY. So
there you go. Well done, Cameron.
and yeah, congratulations, man. So yeah, it's a big weekend there to finish up the ABT Bass season at Wivenhoe. So
Very
watch
good.
this space; it'll all come out Thursday, and yeah, when this posts, we'll know how it
we'll
went.
we'll know how it's gone. So so just quick, if you didn't pick up, we're recording on Thursday. I've been away, so Thursday it is. Try and get it out Friday night, Saturday morning. But yeah, just work's just in the way at the moment. But I've got a couple of free weeks now where we will streamline our stuff together, and we might see if we can get on a road trip. We've been talking about this for the last 6 months. Not an after one, but another one again. And we're just going to do a few alignments over the next couple of days. But I'm hoping that we at least be able to do one, if not two. So
no, that's it.
Might even have to take the Monday off to enjoy it. So, look, the other thing that we want to do is mention the Aussie guys over competing in the World Bass Championships over in South Africa as of, I think it was about 40 minutes ago. Them guys are just about ready to hit day one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting over there. They've had a pretty good pre-fish, and I think a lot of the teams over there have had a pretty good for pre-fish.
Yeah.
It was just them having to find those bigger fish. And looking on a couple of the United States.
Yep.
They weren't too worried about sharing some of the fish that they got. But not only that, some of the cool country. So the dam looks like it has a bit of gorge country. It sort of reminded me a little bit of I'll probably get laughed at, but in some of the stuff I saw, it sort of reminded me a bit like Copeton Dam. Okay. So there was a bit gorgy countries. There's some flowing water, some bit of sticks out in the middle and that as well. So
yeah. Look, and just to our listeners too, look, we've reached out to Chris and Co to see whether we can get them online. Unfortunately, where it is there, the reception's a bit on and off, and obviously they need to put their time and effort into what they're doing there. They've gone over on an expensive sort of dream, really, to compete. So, look, if we get hold of them, we will. If not, we'll definitely get hold of them on their return. But on behalf of the listeners, we wish them all the best of luck, and
bring it home, boys.
They'll do Australia proud, and they'll crack a few big ones.
Yeah, and also going on with the Australian team, they've still got their raffle tickets for sale on the website, and they've got their new Australian jersey drop as well that's on there for sale as well. So
nice.
That looks pretty cool as well. So any way that you can support the boys and help them out for next year and that, it'd be much appreciated. So yeah, jump onto the Australian team website and purchase some raffle tickets and grab a jersey.
Yeah, very good. Now, the other thing was too, and I haven't quite looked at this yet, so I'm a mud gudgeon because I haven't really done a hell of a lot. As soon as I finish work, I've been out socialising and whatever you want to call it. But the Bass Elites banning forward-facing sonar for a few rounds next year. So
I did see that drop, and that brings a big question, like. Their sponsors. Who are their sponsors? Lowrance, Garmin, Hummingbird.
Yeah.
Take away one of their
things that they're trying to sell. That's an interesting concept.
That's an advertisement avenue for the big money that they put into the sport.
Yeah, 100%.
A little bit of a kick in the teeth.
I think it'll be interesting to see how it goes. And the reason why I say that is that, we've got a few other series that are doing this now at the moment, and they've got a little clip that they can put in to sort of not let you use it, so you don't have to strip it all off your boat, right?
Yep. I think we have a couple of cod comps that have started to do it here in Australia.
There you go. Okay, so it's happening in Australia. But, this is off the backbone of the lobbying of Brandy, Daft Punk and others that have lobbied, I guess, these groups to do so. Now, I'm okay with that decision. Like, you know, it brings another aspect into the competition. But I still stand by this position, right? And this position is, are we ever going to get rid of everything then? Like, are we ever going to strip it back to rod and reel?
I can't fish without an electric motor. I'm saying it right now.
Yeah.
You can take live scope, you can take all that, but you take that electric motor away from me at the front, I am screwed.
I agree with that too. But, you know, it's just something to think about. Like, you know, we've had evolution of fishing over time. Not, you know.
Mate, in the past they used dynamite, so don't judge me for using live scope.
Yeah, anyhow. Look, do you want to give our next person a call?
We might give our next person a call. And look, I'm pretty excited about this next person because it is bass season. Woo! 1st of September. And
September.
Fishing Shed Bathurst, Wayne speaking.
Wayne, it's Mick and Bo from the Two Pelicans, mate. How are you going?
Mate, I am living the dream, mate. How are you?
Living the dream? That sounds great to me.
Mate, I've got to say it that way because it is. People come in, they say, what dream are you living? I said, the best one ever. I work in a tackle shop.
Yeah. Actually, people ask me and I go, I don't know if I'm living someone's dream or nightmare. I haven't decided yet. So, but anyhow.
No, it's all good, mate. It's all good.
Mate, we thought we'd just get you on and just talk about the particular stuff that you've given P3 here and the charity event that you're involved in.
Yeah, mate. What it is we're sort of fundraising for variety now. Mrs. Fishing Shed did the variety bash this year, the B2B, and it was to Adelaide, and she raised just over $17,000 for underprivileged kids in remote areas and regional schools.
Yep.
So, like the bottom line is, these are public schools, state government public schools, that we're given donations to put chairs and tables so the kids can eat their lunch at lunchtime.
Yeah.
So that kind of hits home to a lot of people. You know, they raised money for smart boards for the schools, and it was very, very humbling for her, you know, being a mum herself, to see where this money goes. So she was over the moon with it. Plus, too, she got to fish on the Murray River and a few other places. You know, she rubbed that in quite well to me. So I said, bugger it. So we've found a XF Falcon Ute, 4-speed manual 2-door.
Yep.
And, mate, we're looking forward to decking that out because next year the variety bash is going to Darwin. Yeah, mate, a Falcon Ute.
Ute, sorry. I was just about to say, I'm thinking like, oh, no, it's a Ute. Okay.
Yeah. No. And you can't find, and it's very hard to find a manual, and it's bash ready. So you know, you guys, we've chatted before about the Macquarie perch and other native species, and I thought couldn't think of anything better. I'll send you up a pile of lures to raffle off, and any fundraising is good fundraising considering it goes to variety.
Yeah, look. So while we're talking, Bo's just gonna throw a few things on the screen for our YouTube viewers, but there is some like wicked bass gear in here. Hey, like we got dragonflies. We got
mate, those box timber lures.
Oh, blocks. Yeah, he's another casino lure maker. Yeah, very good.
Yep, and his stuff works really, really well down here on cod. So that is for sure. Those fizzers and all that. So absolutely, the skinhead fizzers are great. So Jackal. Like, as you can see, boys, the prices are on it. There you go, $25 for a TN60.
Yeah.
Make sure there's 2 that go out, mate. I know how many I sent.
Nah, don't you worry, mate.
Mate, so obviously, you've gotten involved with this, and the car, how's the car coming along? Is there much work are you doing to it? And how's it going?
Mate, well, the hardest part we've got to do is actually just basically get it back up, get it out of here. It's in Victoria, is to bring it up here, bash ready to go. And what we will then do is remove all the current decals that are on it, and we'll then put our sponsors' logos on it, and you boys will actually have a big decal on the side, that is for sure.
Yeah.
So, and get it ready. We also use it as a promotional car for the business as well. And you know, it's quite obvious, like the old VN Commodore that Mrs. Shed drives has got a big eco external speaker on it, you know, waterproof thing. And tell you one thing, mate, if you want to get some head turning, mate, put on Spin Me Right Round and drive around the streets of Bathurst.
That sounds like a plan. All right, so look, I've been away, so
Mate,
P3.
this box does not end.
No,
it's a gift that keeps on giving, mate.
There's like
the postie would have.
There'd nearly be a Gino there, wouldn't there?
You'd nearly think so.
$1,000 worth, I reckon.
Well, mate, the best part about it too, those jabber lures, the smaller jabber lure, mate, has just got bass written all over it.
Yeah.
But that big one, mate, that's got black bass and cod written all over it as well.
All right, so P3, what have we decided to do for our listeners and viewers? How's this going to work?
Well, I reckon we do a raffle ticket system.
Yep.
Nice and easy, $1 a ticket.
Yep.
And yeah, we'll do it that simple. And as soon as I reckon I'm confident with the listeners that we should be able to get to $1,000 quite easily. And I'm gonna say already, guys, I've started this locally with a couple of other people that already knew
and businesses.
Yep. And we're already probably sitting at about $250 right now.
There you go. We haven't even spoken about it
to date. So,
mate, outstanding stuff. So, mate, what I'll give you is a bit of a heads up. Is it from Mrs. Shed? $2,000 on the variety bash, Mrs. Shed. What does that get?
We can get like reading books for kids.
So just on that alone, $2,000 for the listeners out there.
Yep.
Supplies schools with reading books for the kids.
Yep.
So and the laptop computer for the smart board as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
that's what it does. And like I said, guys, next year we're going to Darwin. So it is basically a 2-week trip to Darwin. Oh, mate, the old jabber rod will be ready to go. Don't you worry. So and as soon as I hit Darwin, mate, straight down the water. So, but we're going to be going through some really, really remote parts of Queensland, New South Wales, South Australia, and the Northern Territory. So it's going to be a real big eye opener for us. And my offsider that's coming along, we've sort of like, we're parents ourselves, and it's going to be a real humbling experience and all that. So to see it, but also too doing it in a ute, mate. What more do you need?
No, that'd
be unreal. Righto. All right. So we've got a job to do, and to our listeners, let's get behind this great idea that Wayne's come up with, and let's see if we can get to them money amounts.
Yeah.
Mate, that'd be outstanding, mate, because at the end of the day, we do it for the kids.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. And, like, we combine the fishing side to it. Every kid that we went to the school, or that Belinda went to the schools with, every kid got a fishing shed sample bag. So they got lures, books, reading material. We just got onto some of our supplies and just loaded up with stuff. And, it's better than giving them lollies, mate. So
100%.
Yep.
And the best part about it, the kids were actually telling Belinda, mate, you need to go down there to go fish.
Yeah. They're well equipped with some fishing knowledge by the sounds of it, which is great.
No, mate, you can't beat luck or knowledge from kids that love fishing.
Righto, mate, we're going to keep going. But, look, thanks for your time, and we'll be in touch, and we'll give you an update in a few weeks' time.
Mate, absolutely appreciate it, boys, and good luck with it, and let's like I said, do it for the kids and get it out there.
All right, no, thank you very much. Good on you, Wayne.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Yeah, mate. Bye. How good's that? And that's
what
it's all about, making fishing great again.
That's it. So I'm going to be. We're going to drop. So anyone wants to help, please DM myself or the Two Pelicans page. We can. We'll send you some bank account details. And then we can go from there. Or if you see us out on the street, Bo's always at the Brushy Pub. Give them a plug.
Yep.
You can always go buy them from there. I'm just ratting about around countryside. I'm never in the one spot twice, but reach out to me and help out what I think is a really great cause. Education's bloody important.
Yep.
We need. I think the whole of Australia to be educated, not just the Eastern Seaboard. And I think this is a great initiative to try and get some money back into them remote areas.
No, exactly. And I can tell you right now that the hard work that Cole and his wife do are really appreciated in these remote areas. And Mate, I love seeing the variety bash cars just on a personal note.
Yeah, it's
cruising
always fun when
around,
they
like
through, isn't it?
come
Yeah.
through. Usually see them come through Grafton and that.
It's like one of the
and
things. We should do that one day.
Yeah, it would be. It
Might
would
have
be.
a 2 Pelicans one day.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Big old wobbly chook on top of the roof.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It would be wobbly too.
Oh, God.
All right, now,
Hey, P2.
Hey, mate, what's up?
Mate, now that I've got this boat here and I've got the electronics on the way, I'm going to need some fishing gear.
Mate, you can't look flash in that new rig without some new fancy fishing gear.
I know.
Mate, I can only recommend one thing. I would head over to the Dyer Australia website, mate, and make yourself a little bit of a wish list and then head into your local tackle store and see if those legends can get it in. Because if there's one thing I know, mate, Dyer Australia, they have it all. Whether you want a brand new rod, a nice new shiny reel, or some new line to go on it, then you're going to need some tackle, of course. They have it all. Dyer Australia is your one-stop shop, and the big supporters here, the Two Pelicans podcast.
Anyhow, so we're going to get into our next guest. How good are we going? We've got like 2 guests. This is all happening.
Yeah.
I come back and like we've just Bo's max powered here. We've got I'll let you do the intro, Bo.
Yep. So as I was saying before, and I thought we were calling that person, and we called another person. It is bass season, and
we do well, don't we?
Yeah, we do well. And look, if anyone knows me, I love bass season, and I thought long and hard who would be a good person to get on to talk to for the opening of bass season. And there was one person that came to mind, and it is Glen Casey from Bassman Spinnerbaits. So in a second, we're going to give the big fella a call. Hopefully he's not too busy in the shed.
Is that a 7 or a 1?
777.
Okay, thank you. Hang on.
Yeah, no, that's my handwriting now. I had to write it for Texter. So yeah, we've got Glenn from Bassman Spinnerbaits coming on in 2 seconds. And we're going to talk to him about all things Bassman and opening of bass season. Here we go.
Does that work? Oh, look at me.
Yeah.
Ken Drive Tech.
Hello, it's Glenn speaking.
Hey, Glenn, it's Mick here and Bo from the Two Pelicans podcast. How you going, mate?
Oh, not too bad.
Not too bad. How's the weather up there today?
A spot where I can talk to you.
Oh, right. Yeah. We have that problem all the time here.
That's fine.
How's the weather up there, firstly, Glenn? It seems to be a cracking day.
Oh, mate, it's beautiful up here.
We
would
generally
have been nice to be on the water.
Yes. No, I just rode back from Newcastle and there was no wind from Newcastle back up to this way. So it was just a stellar day.
Yeah. No, mate, definitely awesome. But anyway, shit happens and the rain's supposed to come in tomorrow. So great.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, just when I want to put the boat in. Awesome.
Yeah, just for the weekend.
I was about to say there must be a bass comp up there this weekend then.
Actually, I've got a funny feeling the local boys are running one at Corkai this weekend.
Yeah, they are. And of course, the rains come.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah.
We'll get 5 inches overnight.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be minor moderate flood come through, no doubt.
Exactly. The water has just come clean. I went for a little flick. I think it was on Monday afternoon, Tuesday arvo, at Boat Harbour, and it was beautiful colour. So yeah.
I was actually joking to one of the boys last night, saying that if the water ever does get clean up there, I bet the fish will shut down because they won't know what to do.
I totally agree.
Look, Glenn, we've got you on the show, and I think like we sort of scrutinise all our guests, but we have to ask, how did you first of all get into fishing? We know what you've done throughout, with Bassman and that, but let's bring it right back to the start. What was your first memory of fishing? Did you like it? Did you just keep doing it? What was fishing for you growing up?
Mate, fishing for me growing up, I started catching little bait fish and bream in nappies at Evans Head.
Evans Head, nice. All right, so you're a local. So you're a local through and through up that way, are you?
Yeah. Yep. Born in Casino Hospital.
Yeah.
Lived in outside a casino in Raffle for
old Ratville.
Yeah, for about 9 years.
You would have been young enough to have a schooner back then, wouldn't you?
Oh, well, you should be able to go in and buy Dad beer and cigarettes.
The old raffle pub.
And then the family relocated to Byron Bay and basically lived there until we shifted stumps back to Bexhill. So,
Okay. Yeah, right.
Yeah, so basically in this Northern Rivers area forever.
Yeah, no. And look, it's a lovely part of the country. I lived up in Casino, between Casino and Lismore for about, I don't know, 8 or 9 years or something like that. But, just a lovely part of the world. And, just a great place, really. And you're close to everything as well.
We had family in Grafton and like Dad cut when we lived out at Casino, he cut timber and that down through Whipperee Way, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Had uncles on the railway who were telling me about lagoons between Casino and Grafton and Riverland and just going, how do I get to them? So,
So you were really, by the sounds of it, you were really involved with fishing at a young age then?
Yes, mate.
Yeah, okay.
Right from word go.
Righto.
Yeah.
So I guess my next question comes into it is that you started Bassman Spinnerbaits, and how old am I? We won't say that on air, but I sort of feel that you started this back up in the late 90s, early 2000s. Would that be right? Or am I wrong?
Well, I'll correct you just a little bit.
Yep.
We took it over in about 2002.
Okay.
Yeah, Bassman started on the Maclay in the late 80s, early 90s by Ron Sattler. He was he got it he actually built the Bass Lodge on the top of the Maclay.
I was about to say, was that the gentleman that built the Bass Lodge?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. And then between the off seasons, he started making spinnerbaits. So as far as I know, he was the first Australian spinnerbait maker way back then.
Yeah.
And then I got to know Ron and Robin through the Bass comps and that sort of thing early on.
Yep.
So, and then, then he got sick and then, we took it over and, all the rest is sort of history, I suppose.
Yeah, so look, I don't think too many tackle places listen about this, but I think I might have gone out to your place many moons ago a couple of times and got to sit down and sort of say, I'd like this and I'd like that. And A, you were very quick at like making them up, and B, as you were making them, you're like, oh, we should put this Colorado on here and do this willow for this one here, and I've got these 2 blades which are buzz baits for cod, and I was just amazed how quick you whacked them all together and sort of knew what sort of worked and what didn't. And away from that, I walked out of there. I went to Pindari Dam probably a few weeks later, and I think we got 50 something cod on these the buzz baits where there was the big steel part on the outside and the little plastic one on the inside.
Yes.
Yeah, and just walking up the Severn River above the dam, it was just phenomenal. I had a mate with me. He was sort of going over the next ridge, so he was sitting high right over the water on this sort of cliff face, and he said he could see that Bassman spinnerbait go out, and it was just like absolutely pumping it back. And he's seen a cod from the other side of the water hole, just come from like 15 metres away and just grab it.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'll never forget them little moments. And I think, cool. I'm trying not to get into trouble here, but you said this is probably going to have to be the last time because it's really going gangbusters and it's going out into the retail world. So,
but in saying that, I still that sort of stuff to an extent, I'd sort of bounce off blokes like Carl, and other guys, and Rod Mack and that sort of thing, and bouncing off them all the time for feedback and just different bits and pieces because we have not many people will know that this, but we've been through just for the cod and bass side of stuff. We've been through about 6 or 7 actual different wires People don't know.
Oh.
Yeah, but they're all sort of, they've got a little bit different temper and that sort of thing on them, just to get a better vibration and that sort of thing all the time. So, we're slowly, as I suppose more materials and technology moves forward, everybody thinks that spinnerbait's old school, but we're trying, the basics are the same, but the materials and the makeup of it, we're just trying to keep on top of that right through. So, they're little bits and pieces that people don't know about. So,
One thing that interests me, and look, obviously, Joey and I started this podcast, but and I talked to him about, the interest in making lures and sticking with it and changing things up. This is probably a two-part question, but the first thing, what drew you to taking on Bassman, probably firstly, and then secondly, how do you reinvent these things like different weights? Obviously, you're listening to the anglers, which is such a refreshing thing to hear. But more importantly, there's so many different things that come onto the market, and the trusty old spinnerbait still sits there hard and strong.
Yeah. Well, the first part of your question is, I was always loved fishing. Okay. The opportunity for Bassman come up, and at that time, I had a big run-in with the guy I was working for.
Yeah.
So that's the easy side of it.
Makes sense.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah. But the other side of it, I suppose, whether you want to call it my mantra or whatever you want to call it, I don't know. But if I can actually make lures to catch fish, not fishermen, we can make them to catch fish, you don't have to worry about all the rest of it, because they catch fish, people talk, fishermen talk, and it's just a staple. So if you can keep on top of like the new materials and everything like that that is coming out, and any little advancements with the spinnerbait side of it, with blades and that sort of thing, you can help the spinnerbait be spot on all the time, so it's catching fish all the time. So does that answer your question?
It does. And look, one thing I think with the spinnerbait as well is that you get to control the depth, you can control the speed, you can do. You can make it do so many different things in a lot of different applications, in my mind, anyhow.
You can, and it's like you mentioned, Joey. It's like hard bodies too. The variations for it, and it's the same with variation with hard bodies, to do different situations. I see where somebody's trying to use our normal codman or our normal compact spinnerbait everywhere. And it just doesn't work. Okay, so it'll work in some situations, but if you want to move into deeper water or faster water, you can change weights, you can change blade configurations and everything like that to help achieve better depth and a better catch rate. One thing that sticks in my mind, there was he was actually a rider and a good rider and a good fisherman, and he was chasing trout cod, and he was using a single willow setup.
Yep.
He said he got bumped from pillar to post, but because that guy never believed in stinger hooks, he never landed a fish.
Yeah.
Something so simple.
Something so simple. So they're the sorts of things. Yeah.
I honestly don't think I don't run a spinnerbait these days without a stinger hook.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't, and I don't understand why our American friends don't run it. But that's another little battle I've got to try and win.
Just got to teach him, educate him.
Exactly. Yeah, but that's sort of little bits and pieces of it. But back to another question you had before, I'd still do like when guys come up with special ideas and that sort of thing. That's just what keeps you fresh. And then you actually got to make them. That's the hard part.
Number 26 jig.
Yeah.
I guess it's sort of that probably leads into another question I've got here, and you can jump in whenever you want.
I've got a list,
You
man.
got a list
Don't
there,
worry.
But what was it like? Sort of, you mentioned two, I think, really big names in fishing. If you don't know who Rod McKenzie is, he's been under a rock, and then obviously Carl. What's it like getting input and feedback from guys that are just gun fishermen like that level?
Oh, mate, it is awesome. I don't know. Do you guys know Johnny Schofield?
Yep. Mr.
Know of him.
Schofield.
Yep.
Yeah, mate. Well, there's a few guys that are around that are like that with Carl and Rod. John's one, and I've been fishing with him and been friends with him for a long time. Mate, is awesome. And it's just the minimal little things that you sort of talk about which make all the difference. It's just what if you catch a fish somewhere, it's not, well, that was good, that colour's working. It's why that fish ate that lure at that spot at that time. And it starts to put all the pieces of the puzzle together. They just got a different mindset. A lot of people these days just go on colour all the time. They keep changing colours and that. These sorts of guys go, okay, well, why did it eat at that time, at that depth? And also looking at the technology and that we've got today as well. Why they're doing what they're doing, and that sort of stuff. It's really, really cool.
It's quite a valid point. I guess with that technology, great for fishermen, but also great for lure designers as well, really, isn't it?
Oh, mate, look, the live tech that's come along now is magical. From my point of view, what I believed our lures were doing is completely different to what they are doing. So, it is just amazing.
That was what I was going to ask. How much since live technology's come out, how much have you changed your lures to be able to either see them better or change the action that you thought was happening that the fish was seeing?
Not so much change the action. It probably brought a little bit to why before we had it, why fish ate them at that sort of time.
Yep.
Because we get to see what the fish are actually doing, and for sitting on timber or out on the flats, why they're to an extent why they're sitting there, and then how the actual lure, how they react to the lure if it's close to them and that sort of thing.
Yep.
Ever made sense?
Yeah, if the vibration comes behind them, spooks them type thing.
And if it comes from behind them or hits them on the tail, mate, they spooked and gone out. If you can present it in front of them and that sort of thing, it's a different kettle of fish again. So, it's it really, really helps. For change and stuff, not a lot. We did do a fair bit of work with for Rod with the scope bait. That was fantastic. I know people think, you just pull them out of your hat, but that took 18 months for us to get from where we first started to play with it till it was dead set, spot on, ready to go on the shop wall. So, that's really cool.
And I guess for our listeners and me too, what was so special about that, and how did what have you done to make that essentially? I'm assuming show up more on the scope.
Yeah, well, to an extent, to show up on the scope, like spinnerbaits showed up well on the scope. This is basically a DT spinnerbait or a twin arm spinnerbait. So it puts off vibration. And we all know Murray cod absolutely love spinnerbaits. They just love them. But there's downside. Where we had them before, they would rise way too quick in the water column. And if you had a little bit of current flow, they rise way too quick. So what we've done, we've played with blade configurations and that sort of stuff. So we got the blade configuration right. Then we had to work out how to get a better hookup rate on it. So then we actually added a hook keeper underneath, and then started attaching the treble actually underneath on the hook keeper. And mate, 90% of the cod caught on a scope bait is all caught on the treble underneath, not on the main hook.
Coming up underneath, hitting them from below.
Yeah, exactly. So it is just, it blows your mind. And it just on the actual scope, that because of the twin arm and that set up, and it's putting off that vibration, it is really easy to see. And you can control it because you've got those blades there that catch in water. You can control its descent, and you can also add extra weight to it as well. You can add it. You can make it a 2 ounce in no time flat by just adding a chin weight to it and getting better depth and that sort of thing.
Yeah, that's right. Just them little integral, and whether it's cod or any other species, like just them little change ups, just something that anglers need to do if they really want to get that bite,
get those big fish.
Yeah, exactly. It's just little bits and pieces. Well, Carl does the same thing with the bass spinnerbaits. That the TW that they're using in the States now.
Yep.
It needed our old TW, which had a hidden weight in it, which was awesome because it actually sank horizontally.
I was about to say, the way it sunk was awesome for our bass here.
Yeah, but the boys in the States, because they run a plastic on it, they couldn't get the plastic
over that weight,
over the top of that bullet section.
Yeah.
So what we've done, we switched it up a little bit. We put a little bit bigger hook in it. We elongated the lead along the hook a little bit more, and then the other bit had to go back into the head. But in saying that too, that was another 18 months because we had to work out wire design and the different tempers in the wire. So we needed longevity for it.
Yeah.
So it wouldn't break and snap because I don't know why Australian guys are doing it, but they've got a boat flip them over there in the comps because they're not allowed to use a net.
Yes.
So that's when you start boat flipping it with a spinnerbait, you get fatigue on it, and they will break over time.
Yeah, a lot of stress in that respect, like when in the air of the picking up and that. Yeah.
Yeah, I learnt that the hard way. I've stretched out a few number 26s to the point where it's like, Jesus.
And especially you can use the net here. You're allowed to.
That's right. You're allowed to. Yeah, no, that's exactly right. There's no
the mesh size is getting smaller, so
I can honestly say I've never had a bassman get stuck in a eco environment.
Yeah. Well, that's right. Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
All right.
That sort of stuff. So anyway.
So I'm going to ask you a question. What is your favorite coloured spinnerbait?
Oh, Jesus. Oh, now that's really hard. I got a couple, and one of them is TW2.
Yep.
Okay. The other one was a mistake that Susie made many years ago. She was making up a colour, and she put the wrong strands in it. And I just went, because she made about 50 of them. And I thought, bugger it, I'll go and use that. But, mate, that was just a dead set killer. And it's colour 31. It's a sort of nearly a spin-off of our olive colour 7.
Yeah.
And, mate, it was a cracker. Anywhere where there was like gar or smell, it's just brilliant. I love it.
So what you're saying is Bassman number 31 is a Susie special.
Yes.
Righto. You heard that here first.
And a lot of them have got sort of names. Like, I know I call them numbers,
yeah,
but most of them have got history.
Where'd 007 come from? Because that's got my biggest cod, and everyone laughs at me when I throw 007, but I love 007.
That's just number 7. That's the olive one.
Nah, it's like a banana one,
Banana
like
one.
bright yellow.
Bright yellow.
Light wrong.
And that was. I'll have to find it. I'll have to find it and show you next time you're down. But yeah,
definitely.
007 bright yellow. People say I'm throwing a banana.
Oh dear. But like Carl's colour, that was the one he won the comp on.
Yeah.
We made it up for him on that Thursday afternoon. Okay, before he won the ABT, but nobody knows about it either. But Cole Singleton, who was another really good spinnerbait fisherman, he made up colour 23, which is a black and gold one, and he actually comes second in the comp, and that was when back when non-boaters and boaters were running even. Like if a non-boater won it was all even weight. So he got the second biggest bag for that comp. So it was pretty cool. So we got first and second in that comp and made those colours up on that day. So it was pretty cool.
So look, you've got some stuff here. I've just noticed you just pulled this out.
I've just pulled a few other little things out that I love from Bassman.
Oh, yeah. So obviously you're doing some hard bodies as well. Do you want to talk a little? Everyone knows that you do spinnerbaits and all that, but tell us a little bit about the hard body side from your end.
Yeah, well, it was just we've seen sort of like little holes in the market, and some people couldn't supply stock and that sort of thing. And this comes through from you got stores that are actually asking you to do stuff and bits and pieces. So that's when we started to do it, and we wanted to. When we done it, we done it so.
What we got here? We got a tubby. What have we got there?
Little Bassman tubby.
Little tubby.
Yeah.
60 mil. Little 60 mil.
Square bill. Yeah.
Yep. Square bill. Yep.
Yeah. No one wanted square bills back when we started bringing them in.
I was
no one wanted them.
I was about to say these guys go unreal on the Clarence, and Corey Golden's had an unreal session on ABT up here, up in the cold stream on them as well.
Yeah, and that's where it started from, and then the 100 mil tubby, we done the bigger one only because when Mud Eye changed hands, Jamie, when he first had it, was doing a 90 mil happy, which was fantastic lure for up on the tablelands through the creeks and that sort of thing. The last two or three guys that had it, they didn't worry about it. All they were worried about was doing the big snake and everything like that. So it was just, for about 6 years, it was just left.
Yeah.
So we went, no, we need to do that sort of side of it to cater up in that side. Sometimes they bite on spinnerbaits, sometimes they don't. So that shallow water hard body in that square bill sort of thing it was a perfect addition to it. And then we done the 100 mil wake walker, but that you need an actual good sort of swim bait, heavier sort of outfit, and that's sort of targeted really big fish off the top. And then after that, we released the 100 mil one after this year.
Yep.
Because everyone kept asking us for a smaller one.
And some of the paint jobs finishes on that blue one that we held up at after. Oh my God.
It come up really good.
Yeah.
Really good. And then the diver that you would have seen at after as well, you won't believe the fish that you're going to see when it's still a few months away from landing here. But Rod took all those prototypes away with him, and they smoked them.
Yeah, unreal.
Yeah, so what we're trying to do was get a hard body that you could use with live technology. And I think we won it. We did it. So,
You just brought up a point there before around the you seen potentially a niche in the market being missed.
Yeah.
As a business owner, how do you identify that and then go, righto, we're gonna try and kick into this particular little niche? Like, do you need to have a big set to do that? Where does the R&D sort of come into it and all the background work? Because you mentioned that before, that some of this stuff was 18 months before it sort of reached the floor.
Yeah, well, it is. But, we sort of, with that, the tubby itself, well, with the square build side of it, we knew what depth and that, well, we had an idea of what depth we'd get to. And then, like, the prototype on the tubby was a lot easier to do, if that makes sense to you, because we sort of already had bits of guidelines to go on. It's when you haven't got guidelines to go on, it takes a lot longer to do.
Yeah.
So it's, if we wanted that tubby to do different stuff, we'd have to play around with it. Like if we wanted, for argument's sake, that 60 mil square bill, that if we wanted that to work into like a 15-foot diver and that, then you got to play around and cut like Joey's got to do.
Yep.
You got to, with bib design, bib angle,
Yep.
all that sort of stuff to get it to do what you want it to do.
Do
but
you-
not only that, it's still got to catch fish.
Yeah. So when you're doing that process like him, do you drink 20 Bundy cans in that process or?
No. Try and stay away from that. If that's right. when we get it right and we go prototyping it and it's working, we drink more than 20 Bundy.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, definitely. So, when we get everything working and it comes together, and you go away and you go fishing it and fish it hard, and pull out any little tweaks in it and that sort of thing, that's when you start to celebrate.
Yeah, 100%. And look, if you create something that you know is a good product, there's got to be a fair bit of bloody satisfaction in that, isn't there?
Oh, mate, to actually see people, around the world that are using your product and they send you photos, mate, it's awesome.
Yeah, no, that's really good.
It is really cool. And it's a shame these aren't on, not here, because I'd be able to show you that Bassman was a little bit unlucky. Not this classic, the classic before. The guy that comes second was using a single Colorado Bassman.
Yeah, right.
And well, that was going to lead me into my next question. Other than Carl, is there any other famous anglers in the Elite Series and that over there that are using Bassman products and are messaging you saying, "Hey, can you change this for me?" Or
there's a couple in the Opens.
Yep.
There's a gentleman by the name of Brad Luthner in the Opens. We've also got Seth Fighter.
Nice.
We've done the Fighter Shad and that for him. That's his own custom colour that he done up. We had to change around. He likes using the compact shorty setup.
Yep.
I had to change and do a special run with a different hook size in it just for him for this. Well, the season just gone. Who else did we have? He's not in it this year, but it was what's his name? His nickname is Chris Grove. He done really well a couple of years ago, just doing different bits and pieces. And that,
that must be such a cool feeling, just like a little shed, Northern Rivers of Australia, smacking out spinnerbaits.
Has the shed gotten bigger since last time I was there?
Beg yours, mate?
I said, has the shed gotten any bigger since last time I was there?
Well, you probably would have come out to the shed out at Bexhill.
That's right.
About 18 months ago.
Susie and I, we used to do everything there.
Yep.
About 18 months ago, Susie and I ran into each other, and we just looked at each other and just said, this isn't big enough, because, you know, we're trying to hold product and stock to get out to shops and that sort of thing. So we actually, a shed come up for lease here in Lismore, and we moved in here, it would have been about 18 months ago.
Okay.
And that sort of thing. It just gives us more area. We can hold more stock and that sort of thing. So it's basically so we can supply our shops and that a lot easier.
Yeah, no, fair enough.
So how many staff does Bassman have then?
Me, Suze, David, and I've got Mum coming to help me at the moment.
Thanks, Mum.
Yeah, well done, Mum.
Exactly. We had a couple of others, but you know, those boys, they wanted to further, you know, they wanted sort of careers and that sort of thing. So you know, so be it. They move on, and you know, it's just that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's how business goes. Yeah.
So you know, we've got David at the moment. He does a lot of our spray painting and that sort of thing, and he does a cool job. Just loves sitting down. He must be addicted to it. I think Joey's got the disease as well, just addicted to paint fumes.
I was just about to say, I think he sniffs them. Yeah, that's right.
Paint fumes. Don't worry, I'm sitting over the lead pot, so I love it.
Yeah, been there too. I guess one thing I have to ask you, and you're probably going to hate to answer this question, because I'm not going to let you name any more than one. Who's the best angler you have fished with?
Oh, that's horrible.
Sorry, mate.
Don't worry, they probably don't listen to us anyway.
It's horrible. Fished with. Oh, Jesus, no. I can't answer that.
I think to put it into some context too, like, I fished with like some pretty good guys that have fished over the years. Some of them don't even fish tournaments; like they're just good anglers. You know what I mean? And away from that, I think when you get off the water, you know, these sorts of people also bring a lot of joy after the fishing trip. And you know, I think it's like a whole combined sort of situation for me if someone asks me, you know what I mean? So, but I'll throw it over to you. One person, who would it be?
Oh, that's really hard. Yeah, but mate, they're on par. Like Mackenzie's absolutely awesome, but so is Scully. Johnny Schofield is absolutely brilliant as well.
Yeah, and both them guys get spoken about definitely on this podcast every now and again as well. So it's no surprise that you've said their names.
Yeah, but you know, even like John, one of John's good mates, which I'm friends with, and that as well, Paul Dolan. Now he's a guide up at Mackay at the moment, mate. He's absolutely brilliant to fish with. Just that mindset. That I'm only talking about their mindset for fishing and that sort of thing. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So and just the way they pick apart the water and that sort of thing is it's fantastic. They catch fish out of a bucket. Put it that way. All of them.
Righto, well, I'm going to hit you with another sticky one. If the world was going to end tomorrow, and you had the jet was fueled, infinite cash, where would be the one spot Glenn would want to have his last fish at?
Great question.
Oh, now that's really hard. I'd probably, because I still, that's really hard. That's so hard.
We asked the hard questions here.
Would you be taking the jet, or would you be going to a little old stream that fond of your heart from a kid?
I'd probably, because it has really bit me for a long while now, I'd probably pack the jet and go to the Cook Islands.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
Yeah, because I love fly fishing and have done forever. And I've really got addicted to chasing big bonefish on the flats. And that place over there, I've missed a couple of bonefish close to a metre long, and that would be gold.
Yeah, that's
So
a metre bonefish. That's the trophy, or
shit, bloody either that or go and chasing like 100-pound tarpon or something like that. That'd be gold.
Big tarpon. Yeah, that'd be a knuckle burner for sure on a fly rod.
I think so. Yeah, they're just a couple of little things that that I'd love to absolutely do, but to turn around and head down on the Murray or go up the back of the Clarence and that sort of thing, I'd be quite happy to go and do that as well.
Yeah. Some of our best memories are definitely right up above the Clarence here, that's for sure. Even if you do brim stuff, I just love getting up there and having a crack. I only get up there probably once or twice a year, but I always look forward to it.
Oh, mate, it's just, it's a magic spot. So, love it. I'd love to smash a metre Eastern cod too. But anyway,
metre 20.
Yeah,
no
comment.
That'd be gold.
Yeah, nah, we might be able to make that happen one day for you, Glenn. I know a couple of farms that have a couple of big holes in them that have got a few largemouth bass in them.
Largemouth spotted bass.
Yeah, spotted trout.
Awesome. That's gold. That's gold. But that's my main. That'd be if I had one. Last hurrah. That'd be gold if I could go and do that.
Now there's one more. Oh, there's probably a few more questions, but there's one other question. Well, not more so a question, but more of a congratulations, a sort of a kudos to you, because of late, and this isn't just this year, this is the past 10 years of me doing tournament fishing, and that there is always a Bassman logo on some sort of fishing tournament throughout the weekend, throughout the month. Mate, I've got to take hats off to you for the sport. Like, you're not shy of giving a sponsorship out and supporting a local comp to a huge big comp in Australia. Like, you really do well there as a small business, but also a big business, an international business as well. So
Oh, thank you for that, but you've got to remember it's just not me either. It's Suze as well.
No, it's Suze as well, and that's probably what's going to get me in trouble for the next question.
Sorry, Suze.
This
is she listening?
This old picture got me sent to the principal's office a few years ago.
Yeah,
and for many years I wanted to know whose bum is on Bassman Spinnerbaits logo.
What's that?
Whose bum used to be on Bassman Spinnerbaits logo? Do you remember how it used to be the Mate, that got me sent to the principal's office at 13.
That information.
Threatened with sexual harassment over a bloody lure case that was sitting in my pencil case.
Oh, I cannot divulge that information. I'm sorry.
Well, whoever it is, and if they're listening,
thanks for that.
Thanks for that, and it's still a 10. It's still a 10 to this day.
Yeah, I really cannot divulge that information.
That's $1 million bum. I'm just putting it out there.
I've got cramps.
They all age, but. We did have a bit of fun and games with that one.
Look, mates, I think we're just going over our hour there now, so I think we might wrap it up. But look, thank you for coming on the show and giving us a bit of an insight to Bassman. It's been a great yarn, that's for sure. And it's really great to hear the history of Bassman. And And I know that you will keep making our brilliant product in years to come. And from myself and the listeners and Bo, thank you for joining the show.
No, not a problem, guys. Thank you very much. And yeah, keep your eyes out because there's some pretty cool shit coming too.
Righto. You've heard it. You've heard it from the man. There's some cool shit coming.
Yeah.
I love it.
We might have to come for a road trip up to Lismore and see this new shed.
We might. We're on a bit of a road trip. Yeah.
Yeah, you are welcome anytime.
Okay.
Just give me a heads up.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. But yeah, no, you are welcome. Come and have a look, see, and that. It's nothing flash and that sort of thing, but it's just, yeah.
Have you seen our studio?
Yeah.
well, you did. You would have seen my old shed anyway.
Yeah. That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. All right, we'll hopefully arrange that, and we'll talk to you soon.
No worries, guys. Thanks very much.
All right, cheers.
Thanks,
bye.
Dan. Thanks, Sue, too, if you're there.
Thanks, Sue.
No
bye.
What a legend.
Yeah, look, it's just a nice bloke. And like I said to you all them years ago, I got a number off someone and I rang him up and I said, oh, look, can you make me up, 20-something spinnerbaits or whatever and going out to Pindari? Yeah, righto. And I sort of had some ideas and what I wanted. And he's like, oh, try this and take this and do that. And like, just made him up on the spot. And like, I don't know, someone that knows their craft is just throws them together. It's just like, do stuff.
There's only one other person that I've seen make spinnerbaits as quick and as good as Glenn.
Yep.
And that's Coney.
Okay.
Coney can
gets right into it. Yeah.
Flies over the top. Bit of country MacGyver right there. That's for sure.
Righto, guys, you've been listening to the Two Pelicans podcast. Look, if you want to send in a yarn, tell us a story, twopelicanspodcast@gmail.com. We got shirts on. I've got them on there today. To the people that have ordered some shirts, I will get them out to you at the start of this week coming. I've just been away.
And we've got Shawnee's prize pack to send to him as well.
And Shawnee's prize pack. Are we going to send it to him now?
Yeah, well, I've meant to take it to, anyway.
All right. Yep. That's all good. We'll send that out to him. So we are getting there. We'll be back on air next week, back on the Wednesday, and everything turns back to normal. And as you heard, I think the next 2 weeks we're going to have to try and organise road trips.
Yeah, we're going to do something.
Yeah, we're going to have to do something. All right. So I'm signing out. P1, Mick.
P3, Bo.
And let's see if I hit the right button today. Let's see how I go. Yeah.